So obviously you grew up a Gamecock fan, went to the University of South Carolina, and your co-host, or your partner in crime, if you will, on the SEC Network Plus is Kip Bouknight. How awesome has it been? Because I know that's a very unique relationship. You're kind of feeding off each other and going back and forth, and you kind of build that relationship of when he says something, how you say something, and you sort of feed off each other, if you will. But Kip, being a Golden Spikes Award winner, obviously his career in Columbia is well documented. I guess, how awesome has it been for you, not just the professional relationship, but you literally being a fan of the Gamecocks? I'm sure this is a guy that you watched him pitch at South Carolina. How cool has it been, I guess, picking his brain, and I'm sure you guys off the air like talk, old memories and kind of reliving those things. I'm sure you've learned a lot of baseball from him as well.
Yeah, and it was huge. It's awesome, and especially like you said, a Golden Spikes Award winner, and what he has done, not only on the field but off, in promoting the university. And it was awesome, working with Trey Dyson and with Michael Roth, and then on the basketball side, working with Khadijah Sessions and Hall of Famer Alex English. It was like a hero to everybody my age growing up. So it's been, as a Gamecock fan, it's been a lot of fun. Now, when I am on the broadcast, though, however, I can't be a homer. I have to take that out.
Right.
You can't call the game one way or another, because it is a broadcast for fans
Everyone.
of college baseball, really. So I have to be neutral. I have to call it like it is. But deep down, am I pulling for one team or another? If they're wearing garnet and black, yes.
Yeah. I was going to say too, though, Burch, you have to admit that, like, you watch some of these SEC Network Plus streams, and it's very obvious who they're going for. I mean, I think back to the Vanderbilt series. I think to any time Carolina goes to Clemson, it's so painfully obvious who they're pulling for. So I respect that you guys do that and stay in the middle, though, because that's obviously what you should do. But I think it's just kind of funny to joke around with, because it's like there's some of the guys, I don't know if they quite adhere to your philosophy quite as much as you do. I'll say that.
And it's funny because, I've been accused of being a Clemson fan. That I was talking about Seth Beer too much or whatever. So, and I kind of chuckle at that. I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny. And I guess when I do hear comments like that, I say, well, I'm doing my job then, if that's what you think, because I am calling it, middle of the road.
Yeah, you're doing your job when both sides hate you. That's the best thing I've ever heard. And it's funny because I'll see fans on social media, say, and it's almost like I'm like, like a guy like Kip. It's like he's trying so hard to not be biased that people feel like he's being biased to the other side. But obviously people don't understand it. No. But what's it been like, I guess, interacting with the Gamecocks fan base? Again, of course, that's the side of it, with social media. It's funny. People love to, I joked with my buddy about this. I think it was the Georgia series. I don't know what series it was, but I told my buddy, I was like, and Gamecock fans might get mad at me for me saying this aloud, but I'm like, man, I just have never met a group of people that complain so much about the play-by-play guys or the announcers of any, not just you, like any sport. Like you got to love the passion, because obviously they're the one, you talked about the Rowdy Roosters on the telecast last night, and just there isn't a fan base. I don't know there's a fan base that matches the passion of Gamecock fans, but it makes you guys' lives very interesting. They keep you on your toes. That's for sure.
Yeah. And, there was a time, I'll be honest with you, that when I used to, because, in this business, it's very difficult to get feedback, honest feedback. And it's something that I've always felt like, well, I can't get better unless I get feedback. So, initially what I would do is after each broadcast, I would go right to the internet and see, all right, well, what are people saying about me? And, it was depressing. You would just get, wow, just blown away. It was like, oh man, I must be terrible. Nobody likes me. And, you really get down. Then, I realized, well, wait a minute, hold on. It seems like they're calling me for another gig. So I guess I'm doing okay, because the people that are wanting me that are employing me aren't saying bad things about me. And then you look at some of the things that are being said and you're like, wait a minute. I don't think I didn't even say that. That wasn't even my broadcast. So, and then you see where, like people are ready to take Wes Clark out of the lineup because he is on a cold streak, and they want to change, Brady Allen as leadoff batter, and like, all right, maybe I shouldn't interact here and listen here, because, people will complain about anything. And you're doing a good job, I think, when people aren't saying you are, because they're not going to take the time to say, hey, what a, you know, great call, or what a good job. We're so thankful we have this guy. You know, if they're talking about you, then they're talking about you in, hey, as long as they're spelling my name correctly, that's all I care about.